Okay, so you got Newscomb, Hobbscrum from New York, Newscomb from California. Now you got Hobbscrum from Arizona. Arizonians, you need to flood her. Flood her with calls. Protest outside the building. You don't agree with her because Arizona voted for Trump. Arizona went red. Arizona's sick of it. And here she is. She's saying, she declares that she is not going to allow Trump's administration to deport illegals, that she is not going to be a part of it. They're not going to assist. So you got Hobbscrum, Newscomb, and Hobbscrum. They've got a committee. They all got together, said we're going to defy the federal government. We're going to defy Donald Trump's plan. But apparently that's what America wants, is to get these illegals out, especially the dangerous ones first, which Trump said that. Trump said we're going to get the dangerous ones out. But these people are insane. These people are insane. And I don't know, maybe I should look up when does she come up for re-election, or did she just get elected? They need to get her out of there. They need to do like vote her out. Like how many signatures do they need to get her out of the way so the state of Arizona can get on with the business of having law and order.
When hearing about the Trump administration's plans for border security, the emphasis really is on this mass deportation. What we saw here today is the actual work happening at our ports of entry that are interdicting drugs, keeping those drugs off our streets, and we need more of that to secure the border here.
Now, wait a minute. Because Kamala Harris and Biden's administration, this is why we have this problem. This is why we're having this conversation. Drugs, illegals, criminals pouring into the country. And you said we need to get back to that? Well, apparently, let's stop the bleeding. Let's close the border, shut it down, get the military down there, get a construction crew and start building the rest of the wall. Get it done. Finish the job. But yet, she just says we need to get back to that, but she don't want to assist in getting violent criminals out of her state? It's like they talk out of each side of their mouth is what it appears to be.
You know, Trump has promised that he would carry out mass deportations on day one of his presidency. Your state is estimated to have 250,000 undocumented immigrants. Some Democrats in your state, like Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, say that she wouldn't allow police to be used to carry out this plan. Would you, as governor, allow state police and National Guard to carry out mass deportations?
We will not be participating in misguided efforts that harm our communities, and I've been incredibly clear about that.
Well, yeah, you're incredibly misguided. How is this misguided? That you would not want to protect the citizens of Arizona. You're the governor. Call out the National Guard. Help the police department. Don't just arrest these criminals and then let them back out and say, oh, we'll show up for your court date. Or show up to try to prove that you're seeking asylum. This is unbelievable. I'm telling you, Arizona, you guys need to flood her office with messages, overwhelm them that you do not support this. Now, you guys elected her. Y'all elected her. And look what she's spouting. She's actually defying what you actually voted for. Now, maybe I need to go and look to see what kind of campaign she ran to get elected. But good night. Do y'all have to be stuck with her? That she's not going to get on board to get these people out of here? At least the most deadly and violent criminals amongst them?
So you disagree with mass deportations and the fact that the president-elect says that's what he's going to be working on day one?
Well, I think that those efforts are going to divert needed resources that we need here on these drug interdiction and smuggling and trafficking efforts to keep harm out of our communities. We need those resources here, and the coming here today and seeing this operation firsthand just underscores that working in partnership here is how we can best secure the border.
What would worry you the most, Governor, about mass deportations?
Well, I think the diversion of law enforcement from the work that they do every day to keep our communities safe. People hiding in fear. We saw that under previous state policies here. And it harms communities. It tears families apart. And that's not gonna happen on my watch.
How is this harming the community? If these people are here illegally, they have broken the law. They need to be deported. I don't want to sound heartless or anything, but you broke the law. We have to have laws or we have chaos. And this is why we have chaos. Because of the Biden-Harris administration not continuing with Trump's closing the border and was effective. They turned the page. They turned the page and just let the floodgates open. They let them all in. They let them all in. Now, look, if you get pulled over for drinking and driving, you're going to get arrested. You're going to be tore apart from your family. You commit a crime, you are going to be pulled apart from your family. So what's the difference here? Are we comparing apples to oranges, or is this just the left's excuse to keep these people in? And apparently, the Hispanic community voted a record number for Trump. A lot of these people who came in through the proper channels, which took time, because so many people want to come to America. And why is that? Because we're the land of opportunity. So then they're seeing that these lefties are saying, well, we want to turn the page. We want to transform America. And they're thinking, why do you want to transform America? We just got here. We just left oppression. We just left where we don't have free speech. I think the left underestimated the human spirit. And most movies that deal with this kind of thing, the bad people underestimate the human spirit of wanting to overcome oppression. And I think these people who've come here legally, who apply for the visas and going through the process, why should these other people be put in front of them and kept here? And plus, Trump even said they're going to deal with the most egregious criminals. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. And who doesn't want to stand behind that? Apparently, the left. So Katie Hobbs needs to pay attention to what this guy says.
Some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, if we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City, because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. Some of these Democratic governors say they're going to...
And look, these sanctuary cities, Trump just needs to wave his wand. Because apparently Kamala had a wand she waved for all those other ones to just fast track them with a green card, dump them in cities. Trump needs to wave his magic wand and say, look, no more federal dollars for you. Oh, New York. Hobbscrum. Y'all seen her press conference last week? She's on like, we need money for our transit system. We need money for this. We need money for that. All of a sudden now they need this money because they haven't fixed their shit. No, they spent billions on these illegals, putting them in hotels, giving them thousands of dollars of food stamps every month. In fact, as soon as Trump got elected, they cut it off. Now, apparently, it was going to run out, whatever bill they passed to give these people all of this revenue. But you spent all that money on these illegals. You spent all this money and you didn't take care of business in your own backyard. I think New York should be outraged. Flood Hobbscrums. Flood her phone lines. Like, what did you do? You gave billions of dollars to these people? The schools are overrun. Chicago, the same thing. And I like this. I'm liking what I'm seeing is happening in Chicago, that the community is standing up and fighting back and voicing their opinion. You need to run these politicians out of town with pitchforks and tar and feather them. Because America has spoken. And I don't know, these liberals are doubling down, sticking to their guns on this woke ideology. Not only the woke ideology, but keeping the floodgates open. They're not going to help. They're not going to participate in helping getting these criminals out of the country. And we need to do something about it. You guys go and flood. If you still got a libtard in your governors or senator in your state that's doing this, flood them. Flood them like mad. Like never before, that you do not want this, and we are going to run you out of town. Just as soon as you come up for re-election, you are done. You are done, ski, because you probably should go along with Trump. Like, yeah, cut us off until they wake up and get out of this stupid ideology. That you know what, America, I'm so proud of America right now, because I used to think we are just dumb and we deserve what we get. We voted Obama in for 2 offices. We got 2 terms, and then we get Biden in there. And then he's been the worst president in history, which is saying a lot because Carter was bad. Kamala Harris, the worst vice president we have ever had. And finally, everybody's like, we're not as stupid as y'all think we have been. We're done with you, with this woke business in our schools. With the border, the economy. You're giving money to everybody. Flood them, people. Flood them and make the madness stop.